Welcome to Bad Girls Talk, the podcast bringing you the latest entertainment news, the hottest tea, and stories that are stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Wisdom's Daughter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. It's a great free way to support the channel, and it really does help with the algorithm. And if you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications to all so you never miss out whenever we go live or drop a video like this one. And so we're going to be talking about the latest blunder in the White House. Oops. Trump administration fires staff overseeing nuclear weapons, only to rehire them the next day. That is our topic for today. How do you make a mistake like this? Well, it's easy to make a mistake like that if you're this guy, because he has absolutely no idea what he's doing. Okay, you see his arms raised? I don't know, What about those 50 million in condoms that you said went to Hamas when it really was going to Mozambique? Yeah, well, we're going to say things like that. We're going to lie from time to time. We're going to say whatever's clever. Elon Musk is doing a great job displaying to all of America just how inefficient the Department of Government Efficiency actually is. And this is, again, what happens when you hire your billionaire friend to help you run the country. America, even though some might say that the election was rigged, there is video clips out there of Donald Trump letting it slip, talking about how his buddy over here is really good with those voting machines in Pennsylvania.
And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So we're going to also slash something else, the waste in our bloated federal bureaucracy. We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency, headed by a gentleman named Elon Musk, who's here someplace. I don't know where the hell he is. He's here someplace.
Why would Elon Musk be messing around with the voting machines in Pennsylvania if not to find a way to rig the election? But that's not what this video is about. But anyway, those of you who thought you were voting for this guy had no idea that he was a package deal and that he was going to come with this guy. And what's even more funny is that little guy sitting on top of his shoulders, that's his son, X. And X, without any fear or reservation, went up to Donald Trump, politely picked his nose, rubbed some boogers on his desk, leaned over and told him, "You are not the president and you need to go away." Shouts out to X. He was the only honest person in the room, obviously repeating what he had heard dad say at home. So shame on you, Donald Trump. Elon, your boy Elon Musk is talking trash about you at home, just to let you know, okay, in case you didn't get the memo. But when you hire your friends and you let them pay to play, you're right. So Elon Musk put, what is it, is like $250 million into Donald Trump's election. And so got to give him something. I guess he thought that Elon Musk was going to be happy being the head of some made up government or non-government agency. I don't even know if you can call it an agency. Yeah, he thought, Donald Trump thought that Elon Musk was going to be satisfied with that. But oh no, Musk was not going to be satisfied until he was in the Oval Office with his 4-year-old, no less, standing over Donald Trump, letting him know and letting all of America know who's really in charge. So while Donald Trump is over here playing a mob boss, Elon Musk is letting us know that he's the boss. And that was confirmed by a little 4-year-old X, who's the most honest person in the room. Yeah, that's why you don't bring your kids to work, because kids talk. Okay, they're like little parrots. They repeat everything that you say at home. And so, yeah, that's good for you. Wonder how you're going to explain that one. All right, let's get into this article because it was interesting and it was quite telling, to say the least. So Trump administration mistakenly fires staff overseeing nation's nuclear weapons. This was reported by news media outlet Medialite. Officials in the Trump administration have fired more than 300 employees of the National Nuclear Security Administration on Thursday night, or NNSA for short, only to reverse that decision upon learning what these employees actually do. The NNSA is housed under the Department of Energy, which is tasked with researching and oversight of nuclear power and nuclear weapons, as well as energy production in general. But when the only thing you know about energy is drill, baby, drill, well, there you go. So, yeah, I think maybe it would have been a good idea to vote for Kamala Harris. I wonder how many people are regretting that decision now. I wonder how many people are regretting the decision not to vote for Kamala Harris. Well, guess we'll never know. Anyway, so it was more than 300 employees that were fired, although they're trying to say that it was only around 50. We know that that is a load of bull. That's a load of bull. And, they've got a CYA, so, that's how those things go. All right, so 4 people familiar with the situation spoke with CNN, saying that officials did not seem to know this agency oversees America's nuclear weapons. Well, you would think that the Department of Government Efficiency, if they even understand what the word means, that they would have done their due diligence, that they would have looked into the employees that they were letting go. I think they just fired everybody and then they had an oh moment, right? An Energy Department spokesperson disputed the number of personnel affected, telling CNN that less than 50 people were dismissed from the NNSA and that the dismissed staffers held primarily administrative and clerical roles. Well, I don't believe that for a second. The agency began rescinding the terminations on Friday morning. Now, some of the fired employees included NSA staff who are actually on the ground at facilities where nuclear weapons are built. These staffers oversee the contractors who build nuclear weapons, and they inspect these weapons. And had Elon Musk done his due diligence to look into what these people do, the Trump administration would have known enough not to let these people go. But once again, that's all we're going to get from this guy. Well, these things happen, right? This is our national security, and the new king and queen of the United States of America are the greatest threat to national security this country has ever seen. Dumbasses in chief of the Idiots Are Us Corporation. Well, those of you who voted for him, happy now? You got what you wanted. Make America great again. Good job, Donald Trump. Good job. So the employees that were fired also included those who were employed at NNSA headquarters who write requirements and guidelines for contractors who build the nuclear weapons. Now, a source told CNN that they believe these individuals were fired because no one had taken the time to understand what they do and the importance of their work to the nation's national security. Right. And so that is a great show of efficiency, letting go of essential employees just to turn around and have to hire them again because you realize you fudged up. Now, again, the administration disputed the number of workers laid off, stating that it was fewer than 50. But you heard what I said at the top of the article. It was actually closer to 300. Now, the personal shakeup, however temporary, comes amid a purge of federal employees by not the president, Donald Trump, and his man whore, Department of Government should be inefficiency, head Elon Musk, who, by the way, spent $250 million to return this fool to the White House. Right? We told you not to vote for this man. We told you that he was not qualified. We warned you. But because you didn't want to see a woman of color or a woman at all as president, you chose to go with the reality TV star. Well, this is not The Apprentice. Musk and his Doge aides have been setting up shop at various government agencies, firing staff, obviously without doing their homework, and freezing spending already appropriated by Congress because they have no idea how this country works and how government in this country works, right? Elon Musk didn't originate from this country. He came here much later in life. And so, yeah, it follows that, he doesn't have any experience in politics, and yet that's who Donald Trump is really letting run the country. The moves have spurred lawsuits against the Trump-Musk administration, rightfully stated, because it is the Trump-Musk administration. Congress is freaking out because it appears that DOE did not realize NNSA oversees the nuclear stockpile. Well, that's need-to-know information. And a qualified president and a qualified administration and cabinet would have known. The nuclear deterrent is the backbone of American security and stability, period. For there to be any, even small holes poked in the maintenance of that deterrent should be extremely frightening to people. Well, I don't think people are frightened enough. Really don't. Don't think they're frightened enough. This is very, very, very serious that we have these two idiots running our country. And not only did they fire the people that are protecting us, right, spreading lies that government employees don't want to work and they're at home just sitting on their asses and they don't want to go to work. Well, guess what? They are working. That's why they had to be rehired, many of them, right? They're working. What is Donald Trump doing? Obviously not his job, and he's not doing a good job of it. But again, this is who you wanted in office. You thought because he was a good businessman, he could run the country? Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. He said it in Project 2025. He wants to be a dictator. He wants the president to be able to make all the decisions. Well, you've got to know what you're doing, right? You've got to be able to lead the country. You've got to be competent. And we're seeing in real time exactly how competent Donald Trump is not. And, unfortunately, Latinos for Trump are protesting and they're a day late and $1 short. Okay. They're asking, where's the Black community? Newsflash, we're not coming. We're not coming. Okay. We did what we were supposed to do. We voted for Kamala Harris, right? And the small number of Blacks for Trump, you notice they haven't said very much. Where are the Blacks for Trumps? Where are Black Americans for Trump? Haven't heard much from the women for Trump either. Where are they? Right? Where are they? Yeah, they've been awfully quiet. I think they're woke now, and I think they realize that they made a mistake. I think they realize that Donald Trump can't run this country. He didn't do a good job the first time. What made you think that he was going to somehow miraculously do better the second time around? I mean, you literally, he's ushering us into a disaster of biblical proportions. Well, get ready for Trump-mageddon, because the king and queen of America, you can decide who's the king and the queen. They're just getting started. They are just getting started. This is not even the tip of the iceberg. If you don't take the time, to do your due diligence to at least find out what these government agencies do and where you could potentially cut costs, then what do we need you for? It was a wasted vote. If you voted for Donald Trump, you wasted your vote. And a lot of MAGA supporters, well, FAFO, you effed around and you're finding out. You're finding out what we already knew and what we told you, because we told you that this would happen. So America, you should be quite frightened. America, you need to come up with a game plan because these two dummies are going to usher us into World War III. They're going to turn this economy on its head. The Constitution is the least of your worries. Will we even live to see the end of the Trump administration? That's what you should be asking yourself. I wish I had better news for you, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to come back with some more dumb that Donald Trump is doing. And so for right now, all we can do is sit back and be entertained. Stay woke, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.
Just can't get enough of how it make you feel. Oh, I understand, but I can't be what you need. How many more lines do I have to throw till you pick these clues to tell you the truth?
You're listening to the Bad Girls Talk podcast. Subscribe, like, and share.